The Grizzlies have returned, everybody's favorite. These guys right here. And yes, more gaining a bunch of brave. You hit once till you break me BS. But this is not as bad as the camels, I would argue. You know what? I don't want to talk about the camels. I've said enough about the camels for 20 minutes last time. Let's move on from the camels. Everybody hates the camels. Agreed? Okay, cool. So, this orb is wind damage, so we throw the Fujin Call on Yang. So, no matter what anyone does, he follows up and takes care of the orb. Not a problem. And now the tried and true lightning spamming of just breaking, re-breaking, looping back into the LD not to take turns. You know the drill. I know that they're gonna cleanse the Gabranth debuffs, but this is just so Lightning can do as much work as possible while she's still here. They're gonna be gone the second she leaves. But that's fine. We're not gonna need them afterwards. Because then we're gonna bring in Bartz. And everybody will be doing good damage regardless. Speaking of Bartz, 20k, LD, and Burst. So I'm very happy. Was not expecting that. I was going to just go for the LD and then call it quits. But I got the Burst, so I will do a rerun of this with the Bartz BT. And might bring Penelo too because she's synergy and she's still solid. I know she's not meta or whatever, but she's still a great support character, if you ask me. And nobody really uses her because we have other options. And I don't blame people, but Penelo is very good. Especially for this stage, she's going to be awesome. That EX is going to just completely get rid of their Brave. So it is pretty cool that her LD's coming back. I don't know how many people are going to pull for it, given the fact that it's alongside a long-anticipated LD like Bartz. So probably not going to be a whole lot of people pulling. But if you have it already, she's a solid option for this stage. So yeah, I'll probably go back with her and Bartz and a currently undecided third. None of these three though. Something completely different. I'm not going to bring Lightning, Terra, or Yang back to this. So we're almost there. I want to get them right at 80, which we just did. Perfect. So this way Bartz can drop them under the threshold. And I gave Terra the Bartz call because she's going to be spamming like she does. So that when they get to a point where they get the Brave back, she can just get rid of it. And it won't be a problem at all. But before that, we're going to do something that is completely RNG based. Odin, I'm counting on you. Get this double break. That's right, we are summoning. And he got it, look at that. We are summoning before the burst, which I normally wouldn't recommend, but for what I'm trying to pull off here, had to be done. The Bartz BT effect, I couldn't tell you what it does. I haven't looked it up, but it seems pretty nice, not gonna lie. It's not so bad. If this boss didn't cleanse, we could really see the true potential of combining the Bartz BT effect with, you know, all the necessary debuffs and stuff. I also did another Cardinal Sin and C65 in the summon, but that was only to get some just some more juice for everybody, because the Bartz C65 ups everybody's max brave and attack, and it was also to push Terra at the end of the summon so I could keep this going. And we opted for Missile. I know I could have popped the LD, but Missile gives everybody just really, really good stuff. I mean, you see all this battery that Terra's getting now that we did that. Bartz is one of those characters that, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know enough about yet, and he's somebody that I always wanted to build in the past. I feel like I say this a lot about characters, because if I could, I would just build everyone, but resources are a thing, and they're limited, so you can't really do that, especially back in the Chaos era, because he came out when Yuffie came out, and I was way more excited for Yuffie, so I used my limited ingots on her, and I think looking back, that was the better choice. But now it's Bartz season. Okay, speaking of, get rid of this. I also have to say that, and this is just my opinion, but I think a lot of the burst weapons in this game look kind of shitty, if I'm being honest. Like Sephiroth's, what the hell is that thing? Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it. Bartz looks damn cool though. I like his BT. Just the way it looks. And Terra's too. I like hers too. But Lightning's, I have her EX skin up. Sephiroth's, I definitely... Again, I already mentioned Sephiroth's, not getting back into that. Trying to think who else I've changed the skin for. I like Onion Knight's Burst, I kept that one. I kept Paladin's Burst. I guess actually I like more than I thought I did, but some of them are bad. Cloud's I kept. Cloud's is the coolest, obviously. Advent Children Blade, come on now. Okay, they are half dead. So now, Terra's gonna be hooked up for a little while here. She got all of Bartz's goodness. And her own burst effect. So for those who don't know, the Bartz LD, it provides elemental weakness. Wind weakness, to be more specific. Why they gave him wind, I don't really know. Maybe there's a reason for that, but regardless, they gave him wind. It works really well for bosses that are immune to elemental imperil, because if Bartz is there, he can just make them weak to wind, even if you can't see it. That's what he's doing. And if you combine that with something like a Fujin Call that enchants the whole team, everybody is hitting weakness damage this whole time. That's why we gave that to Yang. For setups like this, if you need, you know, enchants and stuff, Yang is always the way to go, as far as who to put the enchant call on. See, this is unfortunate here that I had to do this, because now they're going to get to a point where they get the Brave and they're going to make us hit once for a little bit until Bartz gets a turn, because he's got to break that, because we have not pressed his LD yet. We might as well just get this down a little bit. Probably didn't make much of a difference, but whatever. We're still doing good damage even though we're hitting once, because of all this battery we're getting. So we definitely are not going to press Meteor right now. There's no way we're breaking this. So we'll just spam Meltdowns and battery into it and still cap. Yeah, we can press the EX. We're basically capped anyway. So now Yang, this is going to be a little sad. The first hit will be fine, but the second hit... Oh boy. Not good. But that's okay. That's over now. Bartz, do your thing. The finisher. So as you can see, we definitely have a lot more options to deal with these bears. They are not nearly as bad as when they first came around, because they changed a couple things, which I probably should have mentioned. If you guys remember in the last chapter when we fought these guys, just breaking them wasn't enough. You had to let them get a turn in order to stop you from hitting once. But as you can see, that is not the case anymore. All you got to do is break them, and you can just keep going with damage. So these bears are much easier to rush down than the Kirin bears were. So that's a plus. There's been these loud-ass birds this whole time I've been trying to talk. Like, Transcendence 2 is over. You had your time in the sun. You had your time in the video. This is bear season. I'm really glad there aren't bears outside, though. That'd be way worse than birds. Oh my god. I'm leaving this in. This is the dumbest comment ever, but I'm leaving it in. Oh, also the orb, yeah, the orb goes away at 29% if you didn't see that. There's really not much else to say about this. You really can you can really rush these guys down. So I recommend doing so. God, that's loud. For real? I can't get over this damn bird. But that's okay. The video's almost over. We'll be okay. 1% each. I'll take 6 turns. It's not the standard, 2 that this team normally gets, but given that mechanic, we kind of had to play around a little bit, add a couple more turns. And I'm okay with that. That's cool with me. But I am going to come back here with my Bartz BT just for fun. Probably bring Pinello too, and like I said, an undecided third. Not sure who that's going to be yet. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.